us all kings and queens. I taste Venice Healer. Gonna predators, not gonna be afraid. We're gonna make it colorful, and we're gonna snuggle. Every morning, so many friends to say hello to. Are you guys ready? Woo, woo, woo! We got Daisy. We got, could you get everyone out here? Evacuate. We got Daisy the Venice Healer. She's not only live. Are we live? Okay, we're not really live. But Daisy the Venice Healer is here. I want you to take a deep breath in. Eyes up, chin up, chest up, shoulders down. Draw your belly in. Engage the genitals and the anus. Draw energy up through the body into the deepest part of your soul, until your eyes and your ears and your nose and your pores shed sparkles. I want you to know we're gonna change the name of the game. We're about to have love infiltrate, infect like a virus, and it's gonna go all around the earth. And we in the hot spot, because the revolution is about to stop. We're gonna have blood go all around the world. We're gonna show others that we don't need borders. Hey my God, we don't need rules and laws. We just need snuggles. We just need each other. It turns out we don't even gotta be afraid of predators. They don't want to eat us. They just want to smuggle. When I'm in City Hall, they go, Daisy, you gotta go to those meetings all day? I said I go to bed early. Most of my work is gonna be done outside of City Council. And by the way, I'm not gonna tolerate everyone facing a podium which I am up atop. Okay? That's not how you relate to subjectivities. That's the command and control. Everyone face the leader and try to influence them. I say that we inspire and co-create, meeting needs and making decisions together in a circle. Not everyone all in a row facing the same direction. You may not even know who was in the meeting with you because they may be sitting behind you. In this arena, we are not connecting. We are competing, even voting. You want Daisy to get bought? Now I gotta raise money for my campaign just to let people know that my name is Lindsay Davis on the ballot and not Daisy the Venice Healer? I shouldn't have to be worried about raising money because I don't live in that world and I wish to be a part of the government. So that these lily pads and the dragonflies and flamingos and otters and beavers and bears and everything that's missing from here is advocated for, who doesn't use money, just like Daisy. But I will raise the money. You guys could donate at daisythevenicehealer.org/donate. Hashtag #LovableDubascoob. And you could even join my campaign. I need a campaign manager. I need a finance manager. I need the campaign revolution to get on. And I don't even believe in that. But I'll do it. If that's what it takes to infiltrate you guys, to make it so our government is not a sadistic, abusive parent that humiliates us and scares us to get us to do what they want. And reward is coercion. It's the same as scaring and punishment. I believe in a government that is like a nurturing, loving parent. You don't even know that they're there. You can't tell. But they make life so wonderful and fun. It's wonderful. And in this great world, the government says, how do I contribute to your thriving? I care. You matter. Tell me more. I want to make sure that I identify and address all of your body sensations so that we may attune and how you are feeling, so that we may co-regulate, because we are one breathing and feeling being. And I also want to know what you're needing, because those are not meant to be met according to deserved language. Universal needs are not just a language, but something we're meant to live by, along with principles and values. When we live by rules and laws and borders, then somehow we don't trust. And maybe we have rules and laws and borders because when you act out of our nature and tell everyone that they have to pay, and tell men they have to be a provider, then all of a sudden the men stop trying to look good for the women. And now the women think that their sisters are not allies, but competition that they must compete with in order to get the attention from the male. It's backwards. And the great thing about backwards is we could say, well, what's the opposite? And it turns out guys actually love coming together in fellowship, and when they team up and they wrestle and they play, it's actually done quite rough. However, it's in a way that's life enriching, and the more force in the touch, the more love and care. And the battle is over with a hug, and with a, I love you, brother, you've gotten so strong, and I love to see you grow, and I love to learn and grow together. The fight is not over when everyone gets hurt and when we decide that it's too scary. And in this world, we wouldn't be acting this way unless we forgot how to rift resolve, and unless we forgot how to connect with nature, how to connect with ourselves, and how to connect with each other. So I'm gonna make this really simple, you guys, and then that's gonna conclude the announcement of my running for city council, and then I'm gonna introduce my new primary partner. It's a hunkalution in a sec. The mighty level 10 mega muscle hunk shall be revealed soon. But first, we will talk about the 3 pillars of Daisy the Venice Healer's campaign. Number 1, the pillar of healing. I will continue my healing circles. We will share together body sensations, feelings, and universal needs, and somehow by attuning and resonating, we will be able to collaborate to meet needs and make decisions together. Number 2, the fellowships. Now that we are so attuned and resonated and empathized and feeling so close with all this trust and connection we've built, naturally there will be fellowships. These are spaces where we bring together the schools, the stores, and the factories. Instead of having them in 3 separate locations, the factories wherever it's cheapest and fastest, the schools somewhere where we can commodify something that we literally live in the age of, information. And in doing so, we replace relationships with money, and that hurts us. The fellowships replaces schools, and it brings the children to the same place of learning as the adults, as it's always meant to be. And we find that children are geniuses and masters, that they're just like you and I, and they have different things to teach us, and there's not a hierarchy of age or species, that we're all lovable and divine, and we're all the same in the sense that we have the same body sensations, feelings, and needs. We all have a need for kindness, love, respect, honor, care, and the way we treat children and nature and the vulnerable is unacceptable. So the fellowships is where we get to practice seeing all as equal. You know, these fellowships will be taking care of nature. We'll have community restaurants where there's no money involved, and clothing and all sorts of other things. And it's something we create together. I don't claim to know the way. I'm just the one that awakens and unites us and gets us to twerk. A twerk. A twerk. Men bow. Men bow now. Roll your eyes in the back of your head. Look away and bow. Madison, twerk. Twerk for each other. Show off. And number 3. We're going to biodiversify. It's not just about connecting to ourselves and other humans. We actually need ecosystems, and in biodiversifying, I'm also talking about printing cities, printing, breathing, bioluminescent cities that we print that are living organic material where we can grow moss and create micro ecosystems that are connected to super ecosystems that we are all interconnected with, living in a state of symbiosis. Interbeingness is when we reach ecstasy. The deepest part of us feels this way, ecstasy, when just our very basic needs are met. How wonderful would it be to have beauty, color, abundance, grazing? And when I say abundance, we're supposed to have all of the shelter, food, clothing. We don't want too much stuff when we have a lot of relationships, because in this abundance and biodiversity, what's so great about number 3 is biodiversity acknowledges that we need to graze. When we eat the food, we receive the message from the earth. When we eat from earth, we receive the code against all entities that enter our body, like allergens and any types of threats our body has ingested. The food that it needs to right here so that we are immune. And then we receive the message by eating. Well, we've got to give the message back to Earth so she knows what to feed us. And how do we tell her? Walter, stay from my speech. How do we tell her what's going on in our microbiome? By pooping and peeing in the dirt. Not in the ocean, because it turns out we really love dolphin. I know you do. We also love sea lions and whales, and it turns out they don't want to swim and poop and pee. Walter doesn't either. He's a king. He prefers goddesses, and he prefers feathers fanning him and good food. He doesn't want to swim and poop and pee. And if you were one of these creatures, neither would you. The great thing about biodiversity is it acknowledges not only our need for other animals and plants, but for watering holes. We should be able to go into the hot springs. Walter, you want to go to hot springs with me? There's actually one right behind you right there. And 7 more here, depending what temperature you want. Oh, you want something really cold? Well, there's some geysers and rushing rivers. We should be able to choose the temperature and speed of the water we go into. Do you want it to be salty or fresh? How much sulfur would you like it to contain? And imagine if we spent all of our time protecting the water. I say we tickle torture LADWP, right? Yeah, that's the LA Water and Power. First, we're going to add a C for compost. And then we're going to tickle torture them and tell them that we need to have watering holes. All right, those are the 3 pillars. And then one final thing, there will be no more hearing no to your universal needs because you can't pay. And that includes entertainment, no more advertisements. Santa Monica's not gonna allow all these billboards all over, yo. We need some peace and harmony up in here. So we're going to have beauty be a way of life, because Santa Monica will not live by rules and laws. That makes people act terrible. They just get better at breaking rules and laws, and they become smarter, and then I've tried it, trust me. So instead, we're gonna inspire people by going off of their values and principles we want to live by. Like, I'm just gonna leave you with one final thought. What if we added the principle of willingness to everything that we did? And if we didn't want to do it, we didn't do it. That means you don't do it for $1. You don't do it to avoid a punishment. You don't do it for any reward. You don't do it to impress someone. You just do it because it's in your heart, because it meets your needs and it benefits all of life. And these are principles that we all figure out together, because I don't claim to know the way. I'm just the one that shows us, points the direction for all of us to walk home together. So thank you guys. I'm Daisy, the Venice Healer. I'm running for city council. And so is my new primary partner. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Right now he's surrounded by goddesses. Goddesses! Excuse me. He's so lovable that they can't stop giving him affection.
You know, one thing I want to say is how do we bring
Get him to sign your paper.
minority people in, black people, and black folks. So
Yeah.
It's like understanding culture. You know. Before that was another name I can't think of, but we got a lot of stuff. I heard somebody got shot over at the beach the other day.
Unfortunately,
Not unfortunate.
this is the most dangerous.
We'll say fortunate.
Fortunate. Well, it is getting better, Venice is the most dangerous beach in the country.
I don't go through this. I knew all the guys. Grew up with it.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Walter, this is Ryan.
How you doing, Ryan?
How's it going, Walter?
So Ryan and I are both running for city council.
Hello, nice to meet you all. My name is 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥𝗧. I met Daisy here in Santa Monica. And as someone who came up from the system, homeless in Santa Monica as a young adult, and made a difference, I had met Daisy and was so inspired that she's running for city council that I'd like to use what I know from the system to join along and make a difference here in the street.
He lived at the beach in Venice too, just like me. So we were just laughing about some things together, like, cause we know stuff that other people don't know. Yeah, Ryan and I met not that long ago, and we've been hanging out a lot. He's my new primary partner, and we're both running for city council, and both of us are super aligned with a lot of things, because once you live outside, you kind of come to this realization where you might get there because of a struggle at first, but like you mentioned it, there was this one point where you realize that the way that everyone else is living is insane. And there's this point where, like, when you live outside and you can see the contrast of what you're doing and what everyone else is doing, and once you do get housed and go through the system, you no longer fit in society. Walter's nodding his head, he knows. You no longer fit in society, because what ends up happening is you get alienated. Could you get both the skateboards here? Because people snatch.
You know what? People have stories. People have. I'm 64 years old. I got a lot of experience.
I'll show up with my mom.
What?
She's
I
your age.
appreciate that. Thank you.
She's gorgeous too.
I appreciate that. People have a lot. I notice when I look at YouTube, it's individual stuff. Okay, I grew up in a sect, and they call it a gang today. Back then it came from the city, like Charles Manson. He was an experience. LSD, CIA.
Walter, remember we had that heart-to-heart, and I told Walter that I was in a lot of pain, and he agreed that we were in a lot of pain because our families don't understand us.
They do.
And okay,
They
well maybe
do understand us.
maybe they do understand
At the
us.
same time, they still molding us and shaping them at their time, at their age, right? They bring.
Let me try again. You're right. I didn't say it
one
right.
father and one mother. I was raised.
Yeah.
They still living today.
Well, thank you for
You know what I mean?
thank you for pointing that out, because I don't like how I said that. Let me say it again.
Go ahead.
Our family is choosing to not speak to us right now, and that's painful. And a lot of people who go through their spiritual awakening and 12 steps and a lot of other programs promise you a spiritual awakening, there is a shedding and a dark night of the soul where everything falls away. So Walter and I were talking about that shedding and how everyone in our building project is they're kind of like without their family. Their family's not really involved in their life.
Yeah.
So we become each other's family, and we end up knowing each other's quirks. We see each other all the time because we're constantly going in and out. We all hang out in front, and we become each other's family.
Gotta be. Community is community. Family is family, whichever family it is. They tell you that even when I took a parenting class. They said, whoever the man or the lady, auntie, whatever, she has custody of the kid. That man, that particular person, that's the man. That's the father that they look at. So, we carry a whole lot.
And that's important to be that role model.
I have a famous saying, -0 plus -0 equals 0. It's a negative and positive. So I found for me, when I forgive my parents and my mother, because I've always tried to find fault, I became clean. And they'll still hold my past. Right now, it's like, why is he still here? I don't want father's inheritance. It's where he was. I honor my mother, my father. So I'm gonna stick to the code. Give it to my sisters. My little sister, that's cool, fast. I said, nope. I honor him. I heard him. I heard my mother too.
Was that difficult for you?
For what now?
Do you feel shame and regret?
Oh no.
Do you learn a lot?
Yeah, I cry.
Yeah. That's why we do that.
I don't know
think.
if it's shame.
I believe that we do those things and then we learn and we become more compassionate.
It's called an aha moment. My father said, you got a big brain in front of you, 2 ears. He said, you miss it on the first ear, live long enough, God bless you, you'll catch it on the second ear. It's an aha moment. Oh, that's what Grandpa was talking about. Oh, that's what Mom was saying, you know?
That's a good one.
Because we got to clean their slate from them anyway.
You know what? Let's end with that one because that was a good
Go
one.
ahead.
Walter.
You got to.
Good to see you, my bro.